Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Sedona International Film Festival. I'm your host, Carol Kahn. We are coming to you live from Yavapai College, the Sedona campus, and would like to thank our sponsors, Northern Arizona Healthcare. And joining me now is a trio where good things come in threes. We were just talking about Janet, Bill, and Kristin. Thank you so much for the film Wake Up. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And I understand this is your first festival in Sedona that you've been to.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think so far?
Oh my gosh.
Love Sedona.
Amazing.
It's beautiful, beautiful place. Really, really nice people. The choices of films at this festival have been wonderful, and so we're pleased to
How
be here.
everybody's come together to put it on, incredible.
And the
Really
community
nice.
really has supported it. You were talking about how the audiences get involved here, and it's been amazing. But I think also as a filmmaker, the way we're being cared for, I just am blown away.
Yeah.
They roll out the red carpet in every way. So
We've always said, and Patrick Schweiss always says this as well, it's Filmmakers Film Festival. So, and that's basically how it's always been. So we love having you here. This is my favorite time of year. It's like Christmas a couple months later. And the other thing that I have to just make sure you understand is that now that you're here, that just means you have to come back again next year.
oh yeah,
We're in.
I'm already thinking, what are we making next to come back?
Get our
Right.
reservations early.
Yeah, and for the festival, but then you can come back anytime. I mean, that's fine, but just for the festival, you have to come back again.
Well, that's what's really nice, because we've been here. Everyone's been so welcoming. You feel like, oh my God, these are old friends. Let's just talk films and hang out.
Yeah.
See each
And
other
I
every
think,
year.
and I think one of the best things about this festival also is the caliber of the films that I've seen. I've been blown away. Really great filmmakers, so the networking is amazing as well.
Well, thank you for saying that.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your film, because it's a true story, correct? Wake Up?
It's based on
Based
true
on a
stories.
story? Okay, so tell us a little bit about the film.
Well, it's both Kristin and I are foster parents, so it was inspired by our desire to do something to help foster kids. And because they are the most exploited in the trafficking world in America, it became a trafficking film as well. So it is how lives intersect and impact each other in the terrifying world of human trafficking.
And Bill, what is your role in this?
Well, funny you should say
Everything.
that. I started out to help my friend here, a fellow actor, to storyboard this, as this was her first feature, and then that led to being in on some of the producer meetings, and that led to me being a producer, then that led to me being the UPM on the film, then that led to looking through post and doing some editing, and then doing some visual effects on it, and just seeing it through its distribution and through this festival route too. So
And he's
just whatever.
also an actor in the film.
Oh yeah. So there's
And he
there's
You
that.
forgot that.
And Bill has a sense of calm like you wouldn't believe. When things are going crazy, Bill's a little bit of everything
There's
to everybody.
always
It's
a
true.
solution. There's always a healthy
Yeah.
way. We're all here to
Yeah.
play, so
Yeah.
let's do it.
All
I think
here for
we
the same
we
goal.
all need a Bill.
We do. Everybody needs a Bill.
I need a Bill.
Thanks.
Well, we do have a trailer of the film, so let's take a look at the trailer and then we'll talk more.
Okay, great.
And he thinks you have what it takes to be a supermodel.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I got chills just watching that. it's pretty intense. Because you know what, I think that with social media and everything that's happening, I just don't think, especially like young people, understand the effect of what's truly happening or what could happen, the potential.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it's in every neighborhood. And,
Yes.
I mean,
Even
people
here. Even here.
Sadly, even here, and it's, yeah.
And that is a huge intention behind the film, is to show some of that, and that's what's happening now. So people can see the signs and the dangers of that. And we've had showings where people from high schools have really responded really strongly. It's like, oh my God, I wish it's good to see that. And even some former survivors have said, oh, if I saw this when I was a kid, I wouldn't have gotten trafficked.
And thank you for showing it. Thank you for
Yeah.
showing the not good versus evil, but people capable of both.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it just watching this brought back. I mean, something happened to me as a child. I was 12 actually, and I wanted to see this boy, and so I crossed a highway to go meet him. And in the meantime, there were cars, like 2 cars had stopped. Actually, 3 cars had stopped, and guys got out of the car, and I thought they were going to meet each other in the way that I was in the middle. And then when I ran across the highway, they ran across. And so fortunately, I was able to jump over a divider and run really fast and outran them before they could even get there. But, and that was a long time ago. But, at 12, what do I know, right? I was doing something that I probably shouldn't have been doing, but it was to go see a boy, right? So that was crazy.
Innocent.
And could have very easily ended up in a situation like this. So, I don't think that people understand at all. And like I said, social media is just exemplifies the situation even more so.
And what you said about being 12, the average age of kids getting taken or trafficked, it's not always, it's sort of a girl going to meet a boy or a boy going to meet someone, and it's 12 to 14-year-olds. So it's that age where you just are excited to have some attention. And
Well, as a foster parents, do you how do you talk to the children to warn them? So I mean, you don't want to scare them half to death, but they have to be aware. So what are some things as parents do you teach your children?
well, Kristin has actually fostered over 125 kids, and some of these stories are inspired by real stories of kids that were with her. So she would probably be the best to answer that.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, and we've had some kids in our home that have been trafficked, and I've learned, we try to teach them, but we've learned so much from them too. And man, what do we tell them? Just, you don't talk to people you don't know. You don't know who's behind that screen, right? You don't know, and you'll see different ways that people get trafficked in the film. Sometimes it's someone that wants to be your boyfriend, or you think wants to be your boyfriend, or sometimes it's like a kidnapping. I mean, there are so many different ways that trafficking happens, and it's just being aware and knowing who you're with and knowing who you're talking to.
And I think one of the other things about being a parent, I have 4 children and one who I adopted through foster care, and keeping the lines of communication open, because traffickers will try to isolate a child and they work off shame. So if somebody does something that they're afraid to tell their parents, that is a danger for that child, because that trafficker can isolate them. So let's say the child's not allowed to have a phone, the trafficker gives them a phone. Well, now the trafficker has access to that child, and don't tell your parents, I know they don't want you to have a phone. So the lines of communication are so important, and we're all going to blow it. So letting a child know that you're going to make mistakes, you're going to blow it, and I'm your safe place. So there's nothing you could ever tell me or do that would make me not love you and make me not want to be there for you. And I am your safest person. So if someone says, don't tell me, that person's not safe.
That's the code to tell me. And the other thing is, as a just a community member, if you see something that looks suspicious, call 911. A lot of people don't want to get involved, but if you call 911 and you're wrong, fabulous. No harm, no foul. But if you're right, you've just potentially saved not only one person, but lots of people's lives. And even if right before we left for our tour for the movie, Janet saw something in our home, tiny little town of Thousand Oaks, and she reported it, and the girl wouldn't, if I'm getting it right, wouldn't report it, but now the police have his number, his license plate, her face, his face. So it is helpful, even if the crime's not solved that day.
Right. Yeah, like I know even as a kid, I never told my parents until I was like, well, I don't know, say my age, but
Until yesterday.
a long time ago. Many years, so I knew I wouldn't get in trouble, and even then I was scared. Yeah, it's crazy. And how is it received in playing this film at some of the schools? You mentioned that you brought it to some of the schools.
Yeah, we took it around for in January for a National Human Trafficking Awareness and Prevention Month, and we did a number of different cities, including Phoenix, Tucson, Dallas, Atlanta,
Nashville,
Chicago,
Milwaukee, Minneapolis.
right, and San Diego and California, and we had we gathered a number of local organizations too that are involved with human trafficking or foster care to get them involved in the conversation, to allow communities to say, hey, oh, these are local organizations we can plug into or get involved. And the point of this movie is once you see it and hopefully are inspired, like, oh, well, let me do something. Let me at least support an organization. Let me talk to somebody where we can be. And one place we got a really beautiful letter from somebody from where was she from? From a high school, or she was representing a high school, and she told her whole experience in that. And she shared her experiences in high school and shared her experiences with this, and then watching this movie and what that brought up. And so she was like, I hope this is shown in schools or shown in communities where we can bring a lot of young people together. And we made it in a way that hopefully, it's not gratuitous, but the situational things make it hard and challenging to, like, oh wow, this really happened and stuff. Mm-hmm. So am I explaining all?
We didn't want to exploit anybody in a film.
Yeah.
So we kept it PG-13-ish, so that the audience that we need to see it will see it.
Yeah.
But we didn't actually show it to high schools. We've been asked to bring it around to the schools, but we showed it in theaters. We wanted to get people, as filmmakers, I wanted people back in theaters. So I love when we're hearing that here in Sedona, where people are getting back into theaters. So we showed it in theaters, and those that were involved with high schools came and said, please bring it to our high schools. So we're working through theatrical distribution now, and then possibly taking it out to schools after that.
Wow.
And the other thing is, we're not all going to be filmmakers. We're not all going to be foster parents, but everybody can do something. And so I think that's what you were alluding to. Like, when you see this movie, now you know.
Right.
So now you can do something. Well, there's no point in plugging in with us in LA if you're living in Nashville. So we wanted boots on the ground in each city where people could plug in with law enforcement, foster, anti-trafficking organizations.
And that's basically what you want. You want those connections, right? And you want it to go. So people not only understand the film, but you're starting just a social community gathering where people really take this seriously.
Yep.
Because it's like, how do you stop it, right? I mean, it could be just about anybody. It could be the truckers that go down the road. It could be anything, like, people waiting at a, Walmart, like whatever it is. And so you just never know. But I think it's important for, our kids today to be aware. Again, that's a huge awareness. And fortunately, you have people that have come back from that situation, and then there's those that have not come back from that situation.
Well, and this was inspired by my daughter when she was in high school, heard about it at a high school, and asked me if, for her birthday, my husband and I would go to hear this person speak about trafficking, and it was a fundraiser. It was the first one, and I, for the first time, heard this beautiful, articulate young woman tell her story, and at that point, I knew I had to do something, and I think that's what we're hoping, that we bring the community into that. I wanted to bring the whole world into that room to hear that beautiful young woman's story. I said, if everyone saw this, they'd feel like I do. They have to do something. Mm-hmm. And so our movie was our way of bringing everyone into that room to say, look, here's what's happening, and I'm hoping that people will be inspired that they can do something, because we all can do something, one thing, to help.
Right. Well, thank you so much. How can people see the film? I know it's screening here in Sedona when?
It's
1:00 tomorrow, Saturday, at the Sedona Center for the Arts.
Performing Arts Center. And then go to our website, officialwakeupmovie.com, and follow us on social media. We have a way for people to sign up to be on our mailing list so that they can see where it's going to be as we distribute it around the world.
Awesome. Well, thank you, the three of you. Good things come in threes, right? Like we talked about.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's so great having you here, and I can't wait to hear audience reaction and hear more about your film. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much. Appreciate it.
And we will be back with more from the Sedona International Film Festival after this.
So